Welcome to Broken Tusk Rising, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play in the Galarian campaign setting. We're playing through the Quest for the Frozen Flame adventure path.
I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Zancath, the halfling fighter.
This is Josh, and I'm playing Ivan, an orc fighter and former crusader.
I'm Ashley, and I play Aklep the Druid, a former member of the Burning Mammoth.
I'm Pavel, and I'm playing Lucalo, the skeleton sorcerer.
Last time on Broken Tusk Rising, the scouts and their new friend Ivan fought against snake-like creatures alongside former Mendevian crusaders. Two of the creatures, larger than the rest, attacked them from a cave up a 20-foot cliff, and then retreated inside. The party spent 5 rounds trying to ascend the cliff and dealing with the after effects of their venomous saliva. Once up the cliff, the heroes carefully entered the cave, only for one of the monsters to charge at Ivan and bite him, rolling a 30 to hit. Ivan, is a 30 a hit?
Yes.
Okay. Here comes the damage.
Okay.
15 points of damage.
I thought it was going to be worse than that. It's not great, but...
Fortunately for you, that is the end of the creature's turn because it had to move twice because of the difficult terrain created by the skeletal arms reaching up from the ground that Lou has summoned. So that slowed it down. And I think I mentioned a grab at the end of the last episode, but the creature doesn't have an action available to grab you, so it actually can't grab you. One other correction from last time. We got something wrong last time that we're going to try to fix this time if it comes up. Afflictions like poison tick on the target's turn, not the attacker's turn. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
And also, I tried to figure out how this works. What if you delay on your turn? Does that mean the poison delays its ticking damage as well? And the answer is no. If you delay, you still take the poison damage where you would have taken your turn.
That would be a hilarious attempt at loopholing.
Yes. And then I guess you take it again when you actually take your regular turn, which means that there's some risk for delaying.
That seems unfair.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that was actually what I was thinking was a problem when I had everything taking place on the attacker's turn, right? Because I didn't want to deal with weirdness about if someone's initiative changes in the initiative tracker. So it seems like a problem. It seems like a design problem, but I don't know how to deal with it. I'm just going to stick with it as I understand the rules to be. Okay, so that is the first of these creatures' turns, and that means the next creature to act is the other of these creatures, the one that's across this large pool of water. Let's see here. I want to check to see some distances.
I just want to say that angry face thing, that is the tree, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is the protection tree.
Yeah, it looks, I was like, who's the other person? And I was like, oh yeah, I did that.
Trees are angry.
The angry tree looks a little more like I would expect Ivan to look, but
Right?
it's okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was at first.
All right, so this other creature is going to leap into the air, and little wings unfold from this creature's back.
Unfair.
And it flaps as hard as it can.
Is it cute?
I don't know. Do you remember the creature image from last time?
No.
Do you want me to show it to you again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I need to envision it with little wings.
Help this imagination out.
Yeah, I don't think I thought of little wings when we were looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me share this window here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think little wings would be adorable.
With the tiny little T-Rex arms.
Oh yeah, I forgot how derp they looked, and Little Wings is so appropriate.
Are there multiple sets of little wings, or is it just like, because it's a long body?
Oh, what do you want there to be?
I think I want multiple sets of wings.
I think it just still would be funny as it like the first half lifts up and just dragging the rest of it as the little wings desperately flap.
Alright, it's working wings in the business.
Okay, so let's say one of them has just a medium-sized pair of wings at the front that are working really hard, or that could work really hard, and the other one has multiple sets of wings. How's that?
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. So it flaps real hard across this pool, then strides 20 feet to get up next to Zancath,
Oh, that's bad.
and makes an attack on her.
And it can fly really far if that was only one.
That was 2 moves. That was 2 stride actions. One to fly and one to just walk.
Yeah, okay.
The flight was 50 feet.
Yeah.
And then the walking was 20 feet.
I was just curious how far it could fly.
Yeah, you don't think it could fly much farther than that
Sure.
with one stride action. We're going to do a tail attack on poor Zancath.
I think the tree would intervene.
It will, I think, if this
If it
hits.
Hits. Yeah.
I think that's how it works. But maybe read the spell and see what it says.
Whenever an ally adjacent to the tree is hit by a strike, the tree interposes its branches.
Okay, so this is a 31 to hit.
31 hits.
Okay, so it interposes its branches, and it absorbs some of the damage.
The tree has 10 HP. Any additional damage beyond what it takes to reduce the tree to 0 is dealt to the original target.
Okay, so let's see what the damage is first. We have 15 points of piercing damage, which is reduced to 5.
Okay.
So, well done, tree. The tree crumbles.
Yes, thank you,
as
tree.
the stinger pierces through it. And Zancath is stung, taking only 5 points of damage, but I do need you to make a fortitude save.
I don't want to. That is... Hey! 25. That feels good.
Wow. Okay, so you succeed, and there's no effect.
Yay! Thank you, Dice, for going in my favor for once.
Yeah, you don't even go to stage 1. You don't even take any damage. As far as I can tell, you just shake it off.
You sound so disappointed.
Right?
I'm a totally neutral arbiter and have no emotional stakes in the outcome in any way.
Who believes that?
Lou, it's your turn.
I believe it.
He's talked about TPKs too much on the Discord. I can't believe it.
All right, Lou is going to do the classic Void Warp. He is going to call upon the Void to harm life force. The target takes 2d4 Void damage with a basic fortitude save.
Which target?
I'm going to go for the one that just attacked Zancath.
All right, so a fortitude save?
Yes.
Yeah, a 25.
Okay, I need to make sure that I'm in range. It has a range of 30 feet, and if I'm too far away, then I will hit the other one.
Yeah, you're definitely within 30 feet.
Okay, then it does 2d4 damage. 8 damage,
And
and...
it takes half because it's saved, I'm guessing? 25 is a success, right?
You know what? It does not say. It just takes... It says takes 2d4 void damage with a basic fortitude save. I guess if it saves it, I guess it takes nothing. It's only a cantrip.
So the way a basic save works is a success means half damage, a critical success means no damage, failure means full damage, and a critical failure means double damage.
Oh, okay.
So with a basic fortitude save, that means it takes half damage, which would be 4 points of damage.
And the temporary HP does not come into play or anything because this is just a cantrip, which I'm assuming is equivalent to a rank 0 spell.
I don't know. I mean, it's automatically heightened, but I don't know what it counts as, if anything.
I'll probably regret this, but yeah, I'll just say nothing. I don't want to give myself extra bonuses.
Feel free to do some research and check to see whether a heightened cantrip counts as a higher level spell, because I don't know. Okay, and what else do you want to do with your turn?
You know what? I'm gonna come over here and stand next to Aklep.
So Lou is outside the entrance to this cave and takes a 5-foot step next to Aklep. The two worms are near the entrance to the cave, but they're just inside. One of them is next to Ivan, and the other one is next to Zancath. Ivan, you've got this enormous worm next to you. What do you want to do?
Ivan will raise a shield and start attacking.
Okay.
20 to hit. That's probably not a hit.
20 is a miss.
No!
Your weapon, what is it, an axe?
It's a sword.
A sword. Your sword bounces off of the creature's hide.
And the second attack also misses with an 18.
Oh,
Rough.
and the creature dodges out of the way, slithering aside from your blow. And what do you want to do with your third action? Raise a shield?
Yep, shield raise.
All right. You raise your shield, and that is Ivan's turn. Zancath, you've got this enormous creature. It's just stabbed at you with its tail, but you shrugged off the poison. What do you want to do?
I have two questions.
Yep.
First of all, I have a feat that has to do with the level of the creature versus mine. Is there a way that I can know if it is my level or lower?
You can do a knowledge check.
Okay, so there's no way I just know, because it's a thing that just happens. It's deny advantage. If a creature is my level or lower, it can't put me off guard, basically.
Gosh. I don't know. I guess just tell me if you want to use that ability. I'll let you know if it works. Or you could do a knowledge check to determine if the creature is a lower level than you.
Okay. The other question's not going to come into effect then. Okay. I am going to take a step just to put me... Oh, maybe that's a bad idea.
Yeah, that seems like a bad location.
I want to be able to attack the one that's already more damaged. I mean, they're not, neither's very damaged, but I want to focus. But also, I'm going to take the step because they can get to me pretty easily, so it's not really going to matter.
Okay, now I have a question for everybody. I have a reaction here that this creature can take.
I thought steps didn't...
That's right. That they normally don't trigger attacks of opportunity. And this is not described as an... Oh, I'm sorry. It's now called a reactive strike. It's no longer called attack of opportunity. So I have this thing. It is not classified as a reactive strike. And its trigger is a creature within reach of this monster uses a move action or leaves a square during a move action it's using. Now, I think that 5-foot step qualifies.
I think that 5-foot step qualifies. We didn't see this during our last battle, right?
That's correct.
Okay, just making sure. It's been a minute.
But stepping
I thought
doesn't...
the 5-foot step was... I thought it was explicitly meant to avoid that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's the general rule. It sounds to me like this is a specific rule, and this is like D&D, specific beats general, right? This is a specific exception that sounds like it gets around the standard step rule. Now, I'm not real comfortable with that.
So stepping doesn't trigger reactions. It not just specific to reactive strike.
Just any kind of reactions.
Yeah, unlike most types of movement, stepping doesn't trigger reactions such as reactive strike. So not
okay.
So it gives reactive strike as the most common thing.
What confuses me here is it doesn't just say during a stride action. It says whenever someone uses a move action or leaves a square during a move action it's using.
Yeah, that is confusing.
But if it is an action or a reaction that it's taking, regardless of what it's called, stepping doesn't trigger reactions.
Yeah. So I don't know if they tried to make this an exception to the step rule and failed, or if they never meant it to be an exception. I don't know. I'm going to say I won't apply it, and if any listeners have an opinion on the subject, they can
keep it to themselves.
Talk to us on Discord and tell me how wrong I am.
Nah, you should tell us. That's more fun.
Okay. Well, in any case, Zancath, you take a step.
Yep. I'm going to stab the guy that's beside Ivan and I.
Now, does that target count as off guard to you?
No, because we're not flanking.
Okay, you're not on the opposite side of the creature, strictly speaking.
Yes. So. Do I want to feint first?
You could take another 5-foot step, and then you'd be flanking.
Would I be flanking if I'm there?
Yeah, I think that would count.
I assumed I had to be straight across.
Well, let's check.
Then you would be flanked.
I mean, it would cut through the middle of, where it's positioned on the map, like literally right to the midpoint.
Yeah.
Opposite sides of the creature, a line drawn by between the center of your space and the center of your ally space must pass through opposite sides or opposite corners of the foe's space. Yeah, I think that qualifies. You would be flanking if you took another 5-foot step.
Okay, and I can step between those two guys?
Yes.
Okay, that was my second question that I assumed wasn't relevant. Yeah, I'll take that.
Now, of course, that will leave you with only one action to attack, so you're trading off. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So, second step gets me flanking with Ivan, because it's really good when I have them off guard. So, I am willing to take that sacrifice.
Nice.
So, I am going to stab with a 20. I don't think that hits.
Let me check here. Off guard. Oh, it's very, very close, but that is not a hit.
Okay. That's my turn.
So Zancath slides between the monsters and stabs one of them, or tries to stab one of them, but it, again, bounces off the creature's hide. And that brings us to Aklep. Aklep, what would you like to do? Aklep is experimenting with spell areas.
Aklep sighs heavily.
If I'm not the same level as these guys, or higher, or, then I could be in trouble. So we'll see what happens. I made a decision. See what happens.
Yeah, Lou also wishes you had not moved right in the middle.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, that's a pretty painful place for us. It would be nice to hit both of them. Let's see. So these guys are struggling to hit them? Yeah, clearly.
I think it's primarily not great rolls. They came real close.
Oh, yeah, I rolled a 6. So it was a bad roll.
Okay. Are you kidding me? Fairy Fire doesn't give you advantage?
No, there's no advantage in this game except for very rare cases where it's called fortune and misfortune.
Fairy Fire sucks in this game. I'm getting rid of this spell.
You're not allowed to be strong in this game. That's the thing. You have to feel weak.
What does he get you?
Visible creatures can't be concealed, and if they're invisible, they're concealed. Then
I mean,
they
there
are
are times
concealed.
where that's helpful.
Oh, that's useful sometimes. Yeah.
Sure.
It's
Sometimes.
not right
Oh,
now.
It's not. That's what's important.
Aklep will cast a spell. Let's see. We're going to do Electric Arc
Okay.
at the closer one, the one that is being flanked by both of the... Or if we determined that it is flanking, I don't know.
It is being flanked by Ivan and Zancat.
Oh, it's flanked.
A basic reflex save is what they need to do to avoid this.
Okay, basic reflex save. From the closer of the two, it looks like you could hit two of them. Or both of them, I mean.
Oh, it does. It leaps from one target to another. So
Yep.
they both have to do the basic
That's right.
reflex
Here comes
save.
the first one. An 18.
They have to save DC 21.
All right, so that's a failure.
Yeah.
And then for the second one, a 24.
Boo.
Okay, well, that one gets it. But the first one is hit, so I will roll damage, which is 44 lightning damage.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. It's a good roll.
It is 13 points of lightning damage.
All right, so the first one takes the full damage. The second one only takes half.
Oh, do I roll second damage, or are we just going to do half a 13?
Just roll the damage once, then I'll allocate it half to the second one and full to the first one.
How do we know that it takes half?
Because I rolled a 24 on the saving throw, and it's a basic save, which means it takes half damage on a success.
Oh, okay. There's so many things I don't know about this game.
Man.
That I've been playing for how long?
Right.
Anyway, the other thing Aklep is going to do is he's going to cast Guidance. Oh, hold on, Guidance, yes, will make it helpful for the attacker to attack, so he's going to cast Guidance on Ivan.
Okay, guidance on Ivan, and that's the end of Aklep's turn. All right, the first creature gets to go again. First, it's partially in this area of skeletal arms. Does that mean it takes any damage on his turn? Or is it only when you move the arms?
No, I have to sustain it. I forgot to do it last turn.
Oh.
Oh, so it's gone?
So it's gone.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on a second. Does it just disappear if I don't sustain it? Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay. Here's what it is.
Well, in that case, that makes things much easier. Oh, that makes things great.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
Rewind.
I would like to apologize to all of you now.
All right, so let's just go ahead and kill everybody then.
No?
First, this creature that is next to Ivan makes a fang attack on Ivan. Here we go. It is a 36 to hit.
My goodness.
What the heck is this?
That's a lot.
Yikes.
That's actually a critical hit.
Okay,
Oh.
so let's do the damage first.
Muy mal.
38 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Those are big numbers.
Muy mal.
And then with the second action, it grabs him. So it has basically a free grab action. It can automatically grab you if it makes a successful attack with its fangs. And then with its third action, it uses its predatory grab ability. And, I mean, okay, this is technically the second action. The second action is predatory grab. But it has a special feature for its predatory grab, which is that it can move with you after it grabs you. And you can't... normally when you grab something, you can't... If you move, you can't take it with you. But this creature, because of its predatory grab ability, can take you with it. And so it is going to stride 20 feet.
Does it not have to make a grapple attempt or anything? It's
It
an
doesn't.
automatic
With
success?
grab in Remastered Pathfinder 2nd Edition, if you have the grab ability, it's just a success. You can try to break free, though. You can use escape.
So, Josh, what's your third character going to be?
I haven't given that any thought.
Well, the time is now.
It was nice meeting you.
I've got a really cool sword I could give you back at camp if you live.
All right, so that creature leaps to the west inside the cave, dragging Ivan with it. And the other creature, I have to move a little bit carefully here around Zancath. Zancath, do you have an attack of opportunity because it's striding around you?
I do not.
So it takes one stride action to get around Zancath, and then leaps into the air and flies over its friend, landing next to it. And then with its third action, it's going to gang up on poor Ivan.
What does that mean?
It means it's going to try to bite him.
No.
Actually, no, I'm going to stab him with a stinger. 23 to hit?
That is not hit.
Oh,
Finally.
amazing. Now, it made an attack on you and you had your shield raised. Do you get to block any of that with a reaction?
I blocked the first attack, but from the other one. But since that one misses, there's the blocking mechanic is not.
So you already took care of
doesn't really matter.
the damage reduction already.
Right.
Great. So Ivan managed to block some of that damage from that massive hit with his shield, but he's still hurt. And that is the end of that creature's turn. Now they've both got Ivan up against a wall, and they're both biting and stabbing at him with their tails. And it is Lou's turn. Lou, you can no longer see Ivan or the creatures. They have retreated inside the cave, dragging poor Ivan with them.
Lou is going to scream, "No, not again!" And he's going to run up here. Question: if something is if I were to frighten one of these things, would that be good news for Ivan, or would it not change what they do much?
If you frighten them, it gives them penalties, and that makes life a little easier for Ivan.
Frighten them is good.
Healing Ivan is also good.
How does Ivan look to Lou as he comes around the corner?
Bad.
Badly injured. He's got a stinger in his body.
I mean, I don't think it just stays there.
He's grabbed by a giant serpent. No, it's
That's
like a bee,
problem.
once it's in there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's rough. I suppose Zancath still has a stinger then.
This is going to be real dumb, but Lou's panicking. He cannot lose another friend like this. It's the cave all over again. He's got
It's a
full
cave, it's flying stuff, man.
on. All Lou hears is the sound of helicopters overhead. He's having a full Vietnam flashback right now.
Saigon. I can't believe I'm back in Saigon. Now you've stepped around the corner. You can now see poor Corgo is up against the wall being pummeled. Not Corgo, I'm sorry. Poor Ivan is up against the wall being pummeled.
The helicopters!
No, Lou sees Corgo being pummeled right now. That is fully what he's seeing.
What do you want to do?
He is going to heal Corgo.
Okay.
Why is this happening? Stop!
Yep. I misspoke, but I said what I said. Let me roll my healing. Do I have anything nifty to add? I think it's just this.
Whoa!
And then and that's it. That's all my actions. Okay. Oh, that's it.
So how much healing?
That is 34 healing to what Lou sees as Corgo, but is actually Ivan.
Awesome. That's so much healing. That's incredible.
That puts Ivan in much better shape.
What does it look like?
I suppose it's gonna look like this kind of green aura is emanating from my hand and just flowing right into you. Your classic healing magic waves going through the air.
I love the healing waves.
It's radiation.
Helpful radiation poisoning.
Yeah,
and
just a little.
Ivan, it's your turn.
Awesome.
Remember that you
great.
have guidance.
I'll remember that. I bet escaping's hard.
You would have to make an athletics or acrobatics check or an unarmed attack against the creature's athletics DC.
Look at his wimpy arms. He's not athletic.
I mean,
Okay, can I just stab it?
You can, but remember that you are grabbed or grappled.
What if I don't care that I'm grabbed? And I just want to stab
Well,
it.
then go ahead and attack.
Okay. We just need it to be dead.
it just needed to be dead.
34 stabbing.
34 is a critical hit.
Nice.
Yeah, all right. Okay, I do things when I critical. Hold on. Please hold.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Learning how character works.
Like, I've got stuff I do when I critical hit, and I still don't remember them.
I don't know. It's going to do something.
Is this everybody playing Pathfinder or just us? You know, like, how do I play?
No, I think it's everybody.
I think it's everybody who only plays once or twice a month
Okay.
for 1 or 2 hours at a time.
Yeah.
Do you have weapon tricks, Josh? I felt like that might be a
This
fighter
is
thing.
Something with sword specifically critically hitting. But I'm not seeing it on the character sheet right this second because who thought I would actually get a critical hit today? I mean, come on. I don't think it's that cool, but it does a thing.
Is it critical specialization?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's specific to the sword, to your type of weapon you're using.
What does it do?
It depends on, because you've got a long sword, I've got a short sword.
Harder to find than I expected. Okay, with swords, the target is made off balance by your attack, becoming flat-footed until the start of your turn, is what Archives of Nethys says.
Yeah.
Wow, it says flat-footed, not off guard, huh?
Well, they haven't updated.
Off guard. It's off guard.
All right, so 20 damage and it's off guard. That works, so let's just attack it again. 27 to hit.
You're hitting the one that has grabbed you, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely hitting the one that's grabbing
Okay.
me.
And a 27 is another hit.
Cool.
Not a critical, but a hit.
12 damage.
Ouch. You are badly injuring this creature.
Okay, and Ivan somehow raises a shield,
Okay.
He
Cool.
picked up the wrong guy.
and that's his turn.
Zancath, it is your turn. You can see that poor Ivan is being battered by these creatures, but he is giving out quite a lot of damage as well.
Zancath yells out, Ivan! And runs across the cave to get into flanking with Ivan, with the creature that's grabbed him.
Okay.
And is going to stabby stab. That's a 22 to hit,
That
which
hits.
is a hit.
You'll get to do your sneak attack.
17 damage.
Ouch. Okay, this creature is in very, very bad shape.
Stabby stab again.
Oh my gosh, even better.
26 to hit.
Wow. Okay, that is another hit.
13 more damage.
Oh my gosh, this creature is reeling. It is on the edge of consciousness.
And I have
Darn
nothing more I can do. That's so close. So
Oh my
very
gosh.
close. Okay.
You don't know how close you are. Aklep.
Aklep, I'm going to need some damage, please.
Aklep has seen none of this. He finally is going to round the corner.
Eklep's gonna single shot kill this monster.
If I can figure out how to move my person. Boop. 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 This is plenty. He does not need to go further than this.
Nope. Just need to see the guys.
He is going to try another good old electric arc because that hit both of them and it was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
So
Okay.
they need to do a basic reflex save.
All right, the first one, the closest one to you, got a 22.
That will pass, but he'll take half damage.
We'll deal with that in just a moment. And the second one rolls a 25.
All right.
Okay.
They will both take half of the 4d4 electricity damage, and I will roll it. It's a 14, so they're both taking 7.
All right.
It's not bad. Does that do it?
So with that, the creature that was grabbing poor Ivan suddenly collapses to the ground. And with a jolt of electricity, it shudders, falls to the ground, and lies there just quivering. And the creature next to it cries out in panic and alarm and falls to what would look like it, if it had knees, it would look like it's falling into its knees. And it pleads with Zancath and Ivan.
Wait, it talks? They talk?
Yeah, it talks to you, and it talks to you in Draconic, and it says,
No, please stop. We surrender.
and the creature speaks in its strange tongue, shouting out the entrance to the cave to its allies in Draconic, telling them,
Stand down, flee, run for your lives.
what do you want to do? Do you want to continue the combat?
I don't know what to do with that. Do I speak Draconic?
Do any of us understand what it's saying?
Zancath and Aklep both speak Draconic.
I thought I did. I couldn't remember. Yeah, I've got Draconic as mine. There's where languages are.
Now, Ivan, you can't understand what this creature is saying, but you know it has just fallen down and is groveling in front of you.
It is asking to be put down. Do it.
No, it's actually asking to run away.
May I go to my friend, please?
I don't know what to do here. So wait, let's take it
Aklep
back.
still has actions, right?
Yeah.
Aklep,
Yeah, so
fireball
Aklep, this
it.
is you.
Let's go.
Aklep, you moved and then cast a spell. I think you're out of actions.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that spell was 2 actions.
It is this creature's turn. Actually, no, it's the first creature is unconscious. It's the second creature's turn. And it is trying to move toward the downed monster, this downed worm.
Question. So we were sent here by the Crusaders. Were they being attacked by these creatures? Was that the problem? Or
Yes,
I
they
don't...
said they moved into the forest, and when they did so, they were attacked by these creatures.
So the creatures were here first?
They've driven them out of the forest and into this area. The soldiers, the Crusaders have.
The creatures were here first. Yes.
But they also work for the dragon.
I mean, that's true.
And thus the necromancer.
Commander Montgrim told you that these creatures work for the dragon and the necromancer.
Okay, so we were told that, but we don't know for sure. So I'm going to ask this creature, are you allied with the dragon?
The creature looks at you in confusion, and maybe a little bit of surprise that you speak Draconic, and says,
No, we hide from the dragon. The dragon hunts us, and here, outside of our forest home, we are easy prey.
Can I
Please, can I go to my friend?
Can I roll something to check truthfulness?
you can make a perception check. That's how you check that in Pathfinder.
Can I also, since I...
Sure.
Yeah. Where is perception at? Okay, so it's always in a weird place.
Yeah. You expect it to be with the other skills.
Yes.
I got a 25.
You got a 14, which is a roll of 1.
Yeah, so Zancath, these creatures are terrified of you and terrified of Dragon and terrified of everything that is happening to them. They seem just alarmed and puzzled. Aklep, these creatures are trying to play a trick on you. They have something up their sleeve.
Well, okay, that's going to complicate things. Oh dear. Back off. Ivan, stop. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. We thought you were attacking the people here and working with the dragon and the necromancer.
The creature doesn't respond to you and instead sort of slithers over to the unconscious monster and cradles it, attempting to stop its bleeding.
Zancath, what's it doing?
It's not my turn.
Aklep folds his arms because he does not believe this.
Can I do something, or do I need to wait for my turn?
You already took an action outside of combat, so I'm sort of assuming we're outside of combat.
Okay.
I mean, outside of your turn. You took a perception check, and so did Aklep, so I'm assuming we're kind of outside of combat here.
Okay, could I do a treat wounds on this creature?
You could do that.
Okay, I'm going to do a medicine check.
The creature that is still conscious looks terrified and says,
Please do not kill him.
Medicine check is 18, which I think succeeds.
that succeeds.
Okay, do I need to roll the HP?
Sure, roll some HP.
It was 2d8, I think. You can talk while I'm doing this if you want, Aklep.
Zancath, why do you believe this?
They're terrified. They're terrified. And I have seen no evidence that they are working with the dragons. I do. I believe them.
They could be calling the dragon now.
They could, but I don't think they are. That's 8 HP.
With 8 points of healing, you have stabilized the creature. I'm going to leave it unconscious for the moment. It has been really badly wounded.
Yeah.
But it is at least no longer dying. And the other creature looks at you with a bit of surprise and says,
Thank you. I am Retkul, and this is Verdor.
Aklep is pacing angrily.
Please, we will let you keep our forest, and we will risk the wrath of the dragon. Just do not kill any more of us.
I will try to talk to the people in the forest and see if it could be... If you do not attack them, I will do my best to keep them from attacking you.
We will leave.
Where will you go? You said you are safest in the forest.
I do not know.
Can we assume that Aklep is kind of like translating for us as Zancath is talking to these things?
if Aklep is willing.
He'll do that, but he also makes it obvious he doesn't believe them.
These two creatures just stand here waiting. They don't know what to do. They're not taking any hostile actions. A short while later, Nerix appears in the cave mouth, and he looks confused, and he says, "What are you doing? The worms we were fighting fled into the forest and disappeared. Why do you not slay these? Ivan, you have your orders."
Stop.
That's what I want to know.
They claim they're leaving.
How do you know that they are allied with the dragon?
Well, they're serpents. They're little dragons.
So? That means nothing. I am a halfling, and that does not mean that I am necessarily allied with all halflings. That's an inane assumption.
Can Aklep, with his nature knowledge or roll nature, to know that all dragons aren't allied with all other dragons?
You trying to get out of the mindset of hating these guys?
Yes.
If you want to get some dragon lore, maybe roll an Arcana check.
Okay, we'll try. So I can be on board. It's 18.
18, yeah, you don't really know much more than these are somehow related to dragons, but you don't know more than that.
Zancath steps between these creatures and the entrance to the cave.
Okay. Anybody else want to do any knowledge checks of any kind?
No, Lou is not going to do that. Lou's basically just kind of like hugging Ivan and just kind of touching him all over the place, checking for wounds. He's going to heal him while they're talking.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have you seen these creatures speaking with the dragon? Have you had any indication that they are doing more than just hiding from that creature?
Well, no, but they've attacked us.
Were you attacking them first? Were they defending themselves?
Well, it was... we just moved into the forest, and then they attacked our camp when we first moved in.
Were you encroaching upon their territory with no consideration
They're
for...
creatures. They can't have their own territory. It's
I'm
our
having
forest
a
now.
conversation with them. They can. They do.
This is ridiculous. Ivan, finish them off.
I cannot do that. They have surrendered. It is cowardly to kill a surrendered creature like this.
The one that identified himself as Retkul, the one that's conscious, says,
We are Tetzel wyrms, and we have lived in this forest for many years hiding from the dragon, until these people came.
and the worm gestures at Ivan and Nerix.
They claimed our hunting ground as their own, and we were forced back to this cave.
Zancath translates that for everybody.
It turns to Zancath and says,
Please understand, Verdor and I are new here. We hatched from eggs that fell into the cave pool only a year ago. Apparently, our growth and understanding is remarkable, perhaps because of the pool's magical properties. Despite our advantages over our kin, we can only know what they tell us. Their own abilities are limited. We know that the dragon Venexis rules the valley with magic fire, and that she is served by a human that brings dead humans back to life.
Yes, that's my understanding as well.
Where can we go? We do not know where to go. Traveling in the open in a group is dangerous, but it looks as though we have no choice.
I don't think you can stay here. I don't... She does not translate this. I don't think these people will be understanding and allow you to live.
There are mountains all around the valley, and the dragon rules to the east with her necromancers. Where can we go?
How many dragons are there?
Fewer now. We are not dragons.
How many?
Tetzel worms.
We are tassel worms.
What tassel worms are
There
there?
are the two of us, and we have maybe 12 others.
Pets. No, just kidding.
Let's take them back to the following.
How much do they eat? Are we going to be able to feed them if we bring them back?
Oh, we've been told specifically we're not to bring back any more creatures.
We've been banned.
Wait, if you have too many creatures, what if you bring these two back with their friends and feed the other extra creatures to them?
I don't really think that's a solution that would work out.
I guess I'll note that these aren't wild animals. These are sentient creatures
Yeah.
you figured out, right? Just to be clear.
We saw some people from the following recently. Do I know where the following is currently? Like, are they still near the cave?
They've moved over to Vare's camp, then the woods near the mountains.
Okay, I'm going to talk to the others first, mostly Aklep and Lou, because I don't want to talk in front of the dude. I don't trust him. Okay, I'm going to tell them, the creatures in Draconic. There is a cave to the west. That's how we got here. If you follow that cave, you should be able to escape this area and the dragon. That's the best I can do for you. I can't guarantee safety there, but perhaps. Is there an avalanche on the other side of the cave that they can't get through now that I think about it?
There is, and you know that on the other side of that avalanche are the burning mammoths.
Oh, that's true. That's a bad way to go. Can I take that all back?
Sure.
I forgot the details from like a year ago. Sorry.
She is speaking in rewind mode. How does she do this?
I don't know where you can go. I don't know where safety is. I'm new to this area. There's a cave I could send you to, but I'm not sure that there's anything good for you on the other side. I don't know where you could go, and I don't trust these people to leave you alone.
We will go. Thank you for not killing us now.
I'm sorry. I wish there were more I could do.
Someday, these things
It gestures at Ivan and at Nerix.
will be gone from our forest and we will return.
We're hoping to take care of the dragon. I don't know when, but eventually. Hopefully that will help.
The creature helps its friend slither toward the entrance.
Zancath tells them, the others to move and is carefully watching what's-his-face.
Nerix is not willing to act against them by himself, but he looks very angry as they slither out the cave and leave.
I'm imagining they're walking side by side, holding their little hands together.
Yeah. Their little wings slightly brushing against each other.
They were going to eat us, though.
Oh, wait. Let's ask them about the magic pool.
Nope, I think they're gone.
Oh.
Are they gone?
They
Can
have
we-
gone.
Okay. That would have been a good idea, though. Sorry, Lou. I didn't think about that.
Makes them grow or something.
And be intelligent, apparently. More intelligent than the others.
Nerix, you should have seen it. It grabbed me, and I fought it so good. And then the bony one, it healed me with a green ray. It was really cool. It made me feel much younger to be in cool fight.
Blue waves.
Yes, that's wonderful, Ivan, but they're still alive. Who knows, they'll certainly reorganize and attack our camp.
Why? Why do you think that?
It's what they've been doing.
After you moved into their territory with no consideration for their hunting ground. No thought of discussion.
They didn't discuss it with us either. Well, hopefully they're gone.
That's fair, but now you know better, and you can not attack them. Allow them to go on their way.
I would like
dear.
Ivan to make either a religion or...
I feel like I must know something, too.
I feel like you should make either a religion or maybe an arcana check, but religion is a much better skill for you.
I want to make this whole situation worse with this knowledge check of 15.
Okay. It sinks in that statue outside seems a lot like a statue of Gorham.
Oh, wow. I messed this up. So listen. The statue outside is a statue of Gorham. I can't believe I didn't notice the first time. Maybe it was vines and covered in vegetation.
It's also decayed quite a bit. It's a wooden statue.
Gorham would never have a statue made of wood, so whoever carved that was a total jerk.
You do know that the locals call what you would call the normal gods by other names. So this may be a local depiction of Gorham. And this place is probably sacred to Gorham.
Oh, that is cool. This is probably Gorham's sacred place, so maybe Pool has something to do with that. It probably makes me extra strong here. I'll get in.
Do I know who Gorham is?
Hold on, don't do that. Yeah, who's Gorham?
Oh, he's a god of war. He's a orc like me, but godly. I know it seems like God after what you just saw on display, but I am not.
So, is Ivan climbing into the pool?
Lou just told me to stop. Yeah, but don't call me Corgo anymore. That is confusing. Maybe is that this magic word to you? I'm not sure, but...
No, I'm sorry. It's just the situation reminded me of a friend I lost not too long ago.
Okay.
Can we inspect the pool and see if we know what it would do? I'm assuming this is like Arcana.
Sure.
Or it could be something I'm better at.
Is there?
I got a 9.
Lou got 22.
Is it Arcana, or are there other options?
Arcana would
Okay,
work.
I've got a good Arcana. 26.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so you don't think it's anything malevolent. You think that It probably has some sort of beneficial properties for anyone that bathes in it. You're not exactly sure what they are, but it's not dangerous. The tint probably comes from some metals that have leached into the water, but you're not sure why it glows a little bit.
I think this is probably fine and beneficial. There are probably some aspects of it that I can't tell, but I don't think it would hurt you, Ivan.
Okay, I will take bath. All of you watch.
Hey, Nerix, you want to go for a swim?
No.
No.
Man. Okay, we'll see what happens with that later.
All right, Ivan. Dive in. I've got heal all ready for you.
All right, so who's getting in, if anyone? Is anyone going to risk it?
Lou's going to stand back to not get splashed.
How deep is it? How many crocodiles
5
are in
feet.
it? Oh, yeah, 5 feet. We're good. Okay.
Ivan, why don't... you've had a rough day. Why don't you let me take this one? And Zancath will step in.
Okay, you step into the pool. The water is water.
It's red.
Well, this was anticlimactic.
Your feet are wet.
Maybe I have to submerge, perhaps? I don't... Nothing's happening, and...
Maybe you have to be born in it. Maybe you have to be like an egg.
Perhaps, and now my feet are wet, and I step out.
You could drink it.
It's possible? Sure. I'll take a drink.
Oh, we're going to drink it after you put your feet in? That's gross.
I mean, it's
Drink from the other side.
probably fine.
It tastes metallic.
Well, it doesn't taste good. I would not advise doing that.
But, you stuck your feet in, you stuck your hands in, you drank some of it. I think that's probably enough. You get a +1 status bonus to strength-based attack rolls and skill checks for 24 hours.
Oh, that's pretty cool. See?
That's actually super not helpful for me, but,
I'm going in. Pretty cool story about Gorm, you guys. Gorm was born on the battlefield. He became god in a battle between orcs and humans, and we like to fight over whether he's a human or orc. Clearly, he's orc. Discussion over. In the pool. Oh, bad news. This is clearly lead in this water. You really messed up.
+1 to strength, -1 to intelligence.
You also get, Ivan, the +1 status bonus to strength-based attack rolls and skill checks for 24 hours.
Oh, we should get into a fight now.
Nerix is watching all of this, and he removes his helm and scratches his head. I suppose we had better go back to the commander and update him. I don't know how we're going to explain this, or rather, how you're going to explain this, Sergeant. Since you seem to think it was a good idea to let them go.
I will explain. Good. You will see.
All right, so anybody else want to get in the water, or is it time to head back to camp?
Lou's not going to get in, but he's going to fill his water skin with the water from this pool.
When you remove the water from the pool, it stops glowing.
Oh,
sure.
he pours
Yeah.
it back in.
Oh, Aklep is self-conscious. He's not getting in.
Okay.
I mean, Aklep and water don't really mix, so that's fair.
Yeah, Grifka also refuses.
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Turn into a sauna.
Oh, Gorm sauna. Yes.
You exit the cave, and outside you can see Nerix's soldiers sort of milling around. There are a couple of them that are injured, but they seem to have made it through the fight pretty well. Nerix and Ivan lead you back to the main camp, the main Crusader camp, and you are let in through the gate. The soldiers are all looking kind of nervous. The ones that were out on this expedition look a little nervous because they've let a bunch of these creatures go. And as you enter the camp, Montgrim comes storming out of his headquarters under the tree on the hill. Nerix, report. And Nerix just looks at Ivan. The sergeant will explain, sir.
Yes, we did combat with serpent people, and we were victorious. They surrendered, and we let them go.
And Montgrim raises an eyebrow. You what?
Yes, they are going to live outside forest for a while.
They were sentient creatures that you were attacking.
They never spoke a word to us.
And does anybody here speak Draconic?
Don't know.
Then perhaps they did.
Yes, apparently we are bad guys. Maybe a little bit. But good news, bad guys won.
I suppose that's a kind of victory.
They're leaving. It's the best I could do for them. I expect you to leave them as is.
We'll count that as a success. Remember, you still have another task to complete before we'll help your group.
What was the second task? I don't remember. It was...
To the lake. The lake to the northwest. The necromancers have been polluting it with corpses.
Yes.
It was our primary water supply until the necromancers moved in.
Oh, yeah, we definitely remember this.
Yep.
I wrote down, help a squad defeat worms. They will be useful to us.
The necromancers, when they moved in, they started fighting, and any soldiers that they killed or undead that they brought with them, they would dump them into the lake. I have 4 men there right now, scouring the area for corpses and burning them on a pyre. Ivan, lead your little band there to the lake and see what you can do to help. And, as you know, my son is there.
Ivan does the fist to chest salute, looks at the rest and says, let's go.
Backup nods, even though he definitely remembers this, unlike Ashley. And he is all about unpolluting water.
Is this a tomorrow thing, or is this a we need to do it right now thing?
He doesn't say. I guess it's up to you.
What time of day is it?
It's about a 1-day trip over there.
Okay,
it's
so
afternoon now.
So we can rest on the way.
Sure.
Yeah, I need to change out some spells. Get rid of that fairy fire garbage.
Okay, so you begin your trip, but you rest and heal up overnight. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. And then,
Okay.
Get there partway through the next day.
It's just a matter of succeeding on enough rolls to successfully heal injured party members. So we're going to hand wave that and just say everybody go back to full hit points.
Okay.
It is nice.
So we get all our various spell slots back as well?
If you rest, yeah, you get your spell slots back.
Yeah,
I'm
excellent.
assuming we rested.
You continue your journey the next day, and as you move through the forest, a foul smell begins to waft through the forest, and you emerge from the trees on the shore of a murky brown lake. And we'll find out why this lake is so murky and brown and gross and why it smells bad in 2 weeks.
Woo.
What if we don't want to know?
Then I guess we won't.
I mean, Brown Lake, I feel like there's only one explanation.
I don't need to know anymore.
Thanks for listening to Broken Tusk Rising. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on Blue Sky, Facebook, and Instagram at The House of Bob, or by chatting with us on Discord. And, most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. This show is possible due to all of our patrons who get one-shots, commentary, and other cool stuff. Art for this campaign is by Sean Makes, and art for social media, audio production, and music art by Mike. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
Okay, I have a quick game question.
Okay.
This is more like a strategy question. Would it sorry, my wife is joking about making noise. Is it better on average to heal or to give myself temp hit points or to do damage to enemies? Because I have a feature that lets me do one or the other, and my gut instinct is to take the temp HP because I do not want to go down, but I also still don't have a good grasp on like how valuable damage is to enemies here, like pinging them for like 1.
Oh, is it that small of an amount of...
It's 1 void damage per spell rank, or temporary hit points equal to spell rank. And my highest spell rank is like not that high, 3rd.
I mean, I'm leaning towards temp HP, but I don't know. I suppose it depends on how hurt you are at the time.
It may also depend on whether you're fighting enemies that have specific resistances or not. For example, if you have an enemy that has resistance to the weapons you typically use, right, then it makes sense to use whatever means you have available to do damage, and not many creatures are going to have resistance to void damage.
That's a good point.
Whereas if you're fighting a creature that can be injured by whatever you're typically using, then, save that kind of damage for some other creature and heal yourself or give yourself temp HP instead.
Yeah. I guess temp HP is also kind of like a renewable resource in that sense, because once if I get hit and it goes away, I
back
can
up.
just
Yeah.
get a little more of it. Yeah.
Definitely follow my advice. I'm definitely not trying to get you all killed.
Excellent.
Oh, what is that area that just appeared?
That's me.
Oh,
Magic?
It's just, well,
Magic?
okay.
I don't know that I can do the magic anymore. I don't know. How do I
Alright.
delete this?
Oh, did I ruin it? I'm sorry.
You select it and you go to the little ruler tool, you select it, and you hit the delete button.
There's a delete button.
I mean, you just click the delete on your keyboard.
Oh, okay, got it. Pavel, what did you just Pikachu?
Pika. Pika.
Pika pika.
You're talking to me? Sorry, that was Duolingo asking me to get my Spanishing done.
Oh.
Calm
No,
down, Duolingo.
it's in the chat. That's what we're referring to.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm so confused. Okay, so yeah,
Can I get close enough to one of these things to touch them? That's 15 feet plus 15 feet.
well, range
You
touch
have.
is like you just point at them.
You don't have to be next to the creature if it's range touch. What's the range?
That's
Oh, it says
touch.
the range is touch.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. In that case,
I was gonna say
you
that.
you have to touch it. I thought it was Back in 3rd edition D&D and 1st edition Pathfinder, there were these ranged touch effects, but that's not what you're talking about.
a dumb name. That's a
Yes.
dumb
Yeah.
name for it.
That's real bad.
Ranged touch basically meant you could ignore their armor.
Well, flat-footed is worse. It's a -4.
What? There's no more flat-footed in the remastered version.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. All right. You got me totally confused. Okay.
What am I? I'm a halfling? God, it's been so long since I've thought about what I am.